Now, vengeance is very much, as I said, linked to the question of legitimacy. Who has the legitimacy to rule after the catastrophe? And it's tempting to see this rather in terms of left and right, since fascism and National Socialism are largely associated with right-wing ideology, and much of the resistance against them, not exclusively, but much of the resistance against them came from the left, often directed by communists, but not solely. And so the problem was that, and Vichy France, of course, is the clearest example of this, is that those who collaborated, or were most likely to collaborate with the occupation regimes, were people of the old guard, the conservatives, the right wing as it had existed in the countries before occupation, and those who resisted were of the left. Now, the people in the resistance, who were often of the left, as I said, in 1945, had a strong claim that they should really be the ones who would rule, as it were, after the war. After all, they'd stuck their necks out, they'd died, they'd spilt blood and so on in resisting the fascists and the Nazis, or the Japanese. And so it was now their turn. And the old conservative elites had really blotted their copybooks, were very tainted by collaboration, and had no legitimate right to take over again. But left and right are not always so straightforward. If we look at at Asia, for example, there you could argue that the nationalists in places like the Dutch East Indies, Indochina, and so on, were of the left. They were the anti-colonial nationalists who saw the Japanese occupation as a chance to get rid of European colonial rule, and were able to organize militias and so on, gain a certain pride. And so the fact that they collaborated with the Japanese for nationalist reasons it's difficult to categorize as either right-wing or left-wing. But after the war, they were associated with collaborating with fascism, in other words, and often by the left.